So that's the.
At the very end of that, you have to like wait for them to drop out of the combo. Otherwise, that happens. Obviously.
Okay. That double strike with your umbrella, is that an overhead?
No.
No? Okay.
No, that's just standing hard punch twice.
Let
It's
me
a
double
mid.
check.
It's definitely not an overhead.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a mid. All punches in the game are mids or, in Parasoul's case, forward light punches and overhead.
Gotcha. And speaking of overheads, like, she has two. What are the, like, when would you use either overhead over the other? Like the gun as opposed to the kick?
Keon, do you want to answer or do you want me to?
Personally, I almost never use the gun one, but you know, that's just because I haven't, you know, figured out for myself what's a good situation to use it. But
do you want me to explain the forward light punch?
Go ahead.
It's great for resets because it's just slow enough that if you start a new chain with it, it will always drop the combo to reset, and it's 20 frames. It's really fast. It's good for pressure, where if you keep going in on someone and they keep just blocking like your lows or your mids or whatever, just throw out a forward light punch, and if they've been blocking lower a lot, they won't expect it and they'll get hit by it. Back hard kick is it's good for resets too, where it will drop your combo always unless you have a tier shot. So if you just do like light punch, medium punch, back hard kick, that will drop your combo and you can get an overhead reset. And then back hard kick's also good at the end of block strings because it's just an overhead at the end of your block string. Most people don't expect it.
Yeah, that sounds really powerful.
And then back hard kick is also really, really good with combos where you can get a lot of damage out of it, but forward light punch has no combo potential at all.
Does that back hard kick actually cause a knockdown?
It's not really. Like, it doesn't eat your OTG or whatever. Because if you use back hard kick and then you dash forward and do a standing medium kick, you haven't used your OTG. Or, like, yeah, so the back hard kick, it doesn't matter if you have your OTG or not when you use it.
I see.
Birdcake, quick, level 3.
But what Keon just did there, he did a back hard kick, dashed, and did a standing light kick.
I'm actually
I saw the pink bounce, so that
I'm
would have
actually
been
not sure.
OTG.
I mean, if they touch the ground before you pick them back up, then it should use your OTG. But you can use stuff to make it so you don't use your OTG.
I've noticed that it works.
Oh, I'm sorry. I see a lot of people doing. You want to explain when and how to use the Parasoul's RC, the Roman cancel.
Oh, Roman cancel? Don't use it too much. It's mostly for combos, or if you do something unsafe, you realize it, and then you have a charge, and then use it. I mean, it's something that you can use in theory for like resets
really
and shit like that.
It's really good for back throws.
Yeah, you need it to combo off of your throw mid screen. You need to back throw and then Roman cancel immediately and dash towards them, and then pick up with a light kick or something.
Sweet. Well, let's see some throw setups that you got in your little pocket of space cadets. I'll go. I mean, that'll let you, so you can
I'll go too.
SpaceCadetKeon, I don't know why I just said your entire name. Do you have other uses for Roman cancel that you use? Because I don't really see too many people using it, and I haven't really found out too many good ways to use it.
Other than back throws, I don't use it as much as I probably should.
Yeah. The big issue with it is that there's still recovery on it. It's not an immediate Roman cancel. You don't just immediately go back to neutral. Like Parasoul has a delay before she can do anything.
Okay. It's really not enough to make a frame trap with. It's just enough to keep you safe if you do something really bad.
Yeah. I mean, you can do like standing medium punch or something into Roman cancel and then go for a low right afterwards, and it can catch people off guard, but...
What would you say are some of the most dangerous moves on whiff that you should Roman cancel to stay safe?
Back hard kick, most definitely. Crouching hard punch. You can just do a tier shot off a crouching hard punch to make it safe. Beyond that, there's not really anything I can think of.
The obvious one that really just came to me. like you can do it. You can do it during level 3.
Oh yeah, duh. I don't know why neither of us touched on that. If you use Parasoul's level 3, you can roam and cancel it so you can still do stuff while the level 3 is out.
Oh, can we see a demonstration of this?
Somebody got
And
muted.
it doesn't take off any damage off of it either, I don't think.
No, it doesn't do anything, but like it's still the exact same amount of hits and damage. It just lets you combo after it. So if
Really?
someone blocks her level 3, you can roam and
Yeah, because Parasoul is firing too during her level 3, but even if you roam and cancel, it does the same amount of damage.
So like if you use a level 3 and it's blocked, you can roam and cancel it, dash up to them, see quickly, are they blocking low or high, and then do the opposite.
Okay, I'm seeing some crazy stuff on this
Yes.
in this game right now.
Tears
so,
propel
SpaceCadetKeon,
you.
can you just go over Parasoul's mobility really quickly?
What the fuck?
It's terrible.
Nobody
Worse
did
than the
this.
game.
I just noticed that.
Hold on, I'm doing this shit.
That's another thing I want to know is tier setups.
They're
Yeah,
hard.
that's a really cool thing to do. But I'm not really good at using it in battle. It's just something I like to do whenever I feel like screwing around.
So that jumping medium kick onto those tiers, it honestly, its only use is in the Peacock matchup and still very hard to use, where you throw out a medium kick egret after she used item drop, and then throw a tier, and then jump up and do that. It gets you in on them, but beyond that, it's literally worthless. You only do it if you want to like disrespect your opponent before they then punish you for doing it. And someone asked about her mobility in general. She has the worst mobility in the game out of every character. She has no double jump, she has no air dash. Her dash is relatively okay, but
Her dash is awesome.
you can cancel out of it. But I mean,
I
I
would
guess
say that
Squiggly's
her
dash
mobility
is
is
kind of
better
worse,
than yeah. I would say that her mobility is way better than Squiggly's.
Squiggly at
I
least
mean,
has a double jump though, which is like a key difference. Where
here's the thing though, Squiggly's double jump, it goes about as high as Parasoul's super jump, and Parasoul is just way faster.
But the thing is, with the double jump, if you're double jumping like over someone, you can. I mean, if you're jumping over someone, you can double jump back behind them to like do a fake cross up. You can like if you are jumping towards someone and then quickly realize like that you shouldn't be doing that, you can jump backwards. Yeah, double jump gives you so many options. Where if Parasoul uses a jump, she's committing to that completely.
Hey, will you go over that medium or jumping medium kick to back whatever it is?
Spiral flare.
Yes, that cross up because I can never do it.
Yeah, I want to know about that too.
Keon, do you want to explain it or do you want me to?
I can explain it. Like you have to press down medium kick in the air, like above your opponent, and you like jump off of them, and then you have to do like a back into the corner. You have to hold back into the corner with the light kick, if that makes sense.
See, it always confuses me if it's back in relation to the character, their character, or yours, because it's the exact opposite in KOF, and it fucks me up every time.
It's in relation to your character. So when you're jumping over, like, if the way that you're facing your opponent, that back is left, when you jump over them, you hold left. Like, when you cross them up, it doesn't change. You still have the original.
Yeah, I feel like that's the rule of thumb for when you're crossing up your opponent. You never ever reverse your inputs until you hit the ground.
Yeah, because if you notice, while she's jumping, she's still facing the exact same direction, so her inputs are still the same direction.
Whereas in KOF, it's all over the goddamn place. Actually, in KOF's really interesting because it lets you put in the inputs in either direction when you're crossing up.
Oh no, dude! Let's not get into KOF because I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about how you can do a DP motion by doing half circle forward and back. Like I don't want to talk about
KOF
that.
is the only reason that I want to hitbox because it's impossible to play with a pad. It's so hard.
It's hard to play with a fucking hitbox. I have an extra one.
It's just a hard play. It's
So,
a hard game play.
so I have a question.
But
Alright.
Rules has the simplest, one of the simplest mechanics of any fighting game.
Anyways,
I have a question. Like when Parasoul is in the air and like she does like her air heavy punch, when's Marvel? Like that's all I want to know. Like
The question is, where's Marvel? Because Marvel is always.
how's Marvel? Like how is?
Anyway, seriously though,
The answer to every question about Marvel is broken. That's the answer.
does anyone have any questions for Keon or
hold on.
myself?
When's Marvel? How come you can't
That
teabag
is
as fast as
teabagging
nuns?
speed that you've never seen
People
before.
forgetting bomb jump. What is bomb jump?
That's the
Tier
medium
toss.
kick on tier shots.
Oh, okay, okay.
Quick, nuns, random to bar, go!
If no
Kill
one has
me.
any questions, Keon or I could just like state random tidbits that are like useful to know.
I
By all means.
have kind of a question. It might just be solved with time in the lab, but like optimal tier throw setups, just like at neutral.
Most of the time, there aren't really good times to do tier throws. It's mostly if you're like at full screen,
pretty.
and like against Painwheel, it controls space, but most characters, there's too much going on for you to bother with tier throwing.
That was pretty.
It sounds a lot like when you charge with Squiggly, like, there's never a great time to do it, you just sort of have to make it by getting a knockdown or, like, throwing your opponent or something.
Honestly, the risk is too much for the reward most of the time.
I mean, usually with Squiggly, like, you can always charge during a... What is it called when another character comes out after you kill one?
Incoming.
Incoming.
Something like that. What do you do usually in that, like, time? 'Cause it gives you a good, like,
Okay, yeah.
so many frames.
Yeah,
Whenever-
the death transition, yeah, you have plenty of time to charge at least one stance before the next character comes in.
Yeah, when you kill a character as Parasoul and you're waiting for a character to come in, just do tier tosses then. That's like the best time to do it. Absolutely always, no matter what you're planning on doing afterwards, just have the tiers out. You can tier to raw tag, and the tiers stay out on the screen, and it just controls space and it makes your opponent like have to think harder when you're when they're coming in. Which what I usually do, I usually just do 3 hard punch tosses. I used to do a light punch, a medium punch, and hard punch, but I've just found that hard punch is the only one I need. Fenster asked what Parasoul can do against Fortune. Keon, do you want to answer? Because I've been talking too much and yeah.
In my sights. In my sights.
Well, whenever I'm up against a Fortune, well, it depends on the Fortune player. There's like, I've played against Fortunes that like to take their head off at the start of the match, and then there's people who never take their head off ever. But in cases where the head comes off, I'm always keeping an eye on the head. I'm like, it's like I have to make sure that I'm blocking, like whenever I'm right next to it. I wait until it tries to bite me, and then I move in.
Damn it, nuns! Nuns, come on, man.
Throwing me off. All I hear is Space Cadet talking, all I hear is spiral flare.
Okay, I wasn't listening to this stream. Yeah, I didn't realize he was making that much noise.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was that loud. Cause, like, my game volume's so low.
That's all I hear in the game. I'm just like, soap.
Anyways, Keon, what else do you have to add to what Parasoul can do against Fortune?
Someone snorted a line.
Hang on one second.
Keon's got that frame delay.
Nuns beat Space Cadet.
Stand down.
Let's just talk in the lobby.
So-
I don't have anything to fuck up.
Okay, so there's more things that Parasoul can do against Fortune, and that was the question. So,
Okay, sorry about that.
I'll play.
no, you shouldn't apologize. It's everyone who's cutting you off who should.
Anyway, it's kind it's slightly difficult for me to remember since I'm not in the heat of the moment, but
Well, I'll put you in the
I
heat of
think
the
it would
moment.
Okay.
I get it.
Do you want me to say some things that I do against Fortune?
Well, let's watch Crying Keon. Crying, you're picking
Okay,
Fortune,
yeah,
right?
that works.
Yeah.
And just call stuff out as you see it, I guess.
More like Miss Lanechin.
I'll kill you, mate.
Please don't. Please don't, friend.
Friend. If you say that, you're no longer my friend. Cry's gonna be a crappy Fortune. Oh yeah. Head on. I knew you were crappy.
Cry's a head-on Fortune.
I don't see the problem.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You see, I get ahead, and I've got. Oh.
Well, you could get perfected like I just did.
I'm surprised.
Okay, so step
That's
one,
one
you want
I
to
don't
get your
advise
enemy into a
that,
false sense of security.
Yeah, step one. Let them always take the first round. Always.
That is a good thing.
It's especially effective against full.
Usually,
Beautiful.
how to play Parasoul, you just gotta really take advantage of those panty shots.
Oh, I see.
Try it. You wanna block?
So
I thought he was gonna grab.
Is he gonna do it again? I want you to do it again. That was so good.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we've seen two perfects.
You've wasted my
Wow.
Was that a perfect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The
I
first
can't
one
tell
was
they're
let's
good.
do it. Let's do it in this way. Let Cry get a bit of an offense rolling, and then see how you break out from a Fortune's neutral game.
Blocking's hard.
Well, I didn't say don't block. I said just let him throw some shit out.
I think that's actually game.
All right, so the way you deal with Fortune is you just don't block until you're at like about 1/10 of your health, and then you just go balls in.
Never mind.
How to play good Fortune is you block my
So it
drop
seems
or you push block
right
that
there,
and then
when
you
you throw
punish the
that
hell out
here,
of them.
you can actually kind of go for a 50-50 high-low. You can go with that crouching short, or you can go for
Cry's
that man
playing with
overhead.
A lot of respect right now.
Yeah,
just thinking. Yeah.
remember, absolutely anytime that you do a reset with Parasoul, it's at least 50-50. Because at the very least you can do a grab or air grab or a low or just a normal. And then if you're on the ground, you can do an overhead, a low, or a grab, or just even other stuff.
No! Magic Pixel!
Oh, what about
Out of all the
what
supers
about
you could have done.
Parasoul's meter usage? How should her, other than obviously ending a combo with, you know, a super? Order some.
No, let me cut you off. Do not do that. Do not end Parasoul combos with supers unless it's level 3. Just reset. Any single time you think that you're going to use meter in a combo, just reset. Her supers do the worst damage in the game during combos. Literally 450 damage extra for a bar. That's
Point
the biggest
taken.
waste ever.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize then.
No, I'm insulted you said that. No, but seriously though, her supers are generally not very good in general. Bikes are safe to DHC into. They're safe on block, and they're obviously safe on hit. So if you do a napalm pillar and it gets blocked or whatever, cancel it into bikes. Sniper shot is like only good to chip someone out or like at the very end of a combo that will kill. Level 3 is just always good in any situation, so never feel like you're doing a bad level 3, because you can just roam and cancel and keep up the pressure, even if they block it or something.
Sniper shot.
Sniper
shot is. Sorry, go ahead.
I got a good question.
Okay.
Why does Parasoul have a solution to
Mount Lover's
absolutely
peeling
everything?
the tick off his back, Keon.
Okay.
Is this like lag or something?
Why does Parasoul have a solution to absolutely everything?
She actually does not. If I can get in on that after Keon does.
Why is Parasoul even in the fucking game?
What does she have a problem with?
Peacock,
You gotta have at least one normal
double,
girl in the roster.
double. Pain wheel. Valentine.
So everybody in the game, except Squiggly.
Not everyone in the game.
So let's
why
go
is
through,
she
let's
considered
go through her
top tier?
matchups then. How we kind of covered Misfortune, so and then we kind of glossed over Peacock using those tier medium jumping.
We don't have a
medium
Peacock
kick.
player, so we can't really
when I
show
say
it.
to do that against Peacock, it's like that's something you can do against Peacock. That's one of your only options, and still one of the shittiest options in the game.
Parasoul's. So I guess you could say Parasoul's worst matchup would be Peacock.
Peacock matchup with Parasoul. If someone were to tell me like in a straight face that out of 10 matches it's 11 wins in Peacock's favor, I would be like only 11 wins in Peacock's favor.
Okay,
Is this
so
white noise?
it's a bad matchup.
Unless Keon has a magic secret that no Parasoul has ever shown me before, the Peacock matchup is the worst, like probably the worst in the game. Parasoul versus Peacock.
Cup and Keon don't work.
What the fuck was that?
Alright, so
That was a broken lobby.
how do you... So how... It's a bad matchup, but I mean, you're gonna be, as a Parasoul, if you're playing this game, you're gonna play Peacock, so...
So here's the thing. The part of the issue is I still have not fully figured it out, and from what I've seen with talking with other Parasouls and such, it doesn't seem like anyone really has fully figured it out yet. But your best bet is to right at the start of the match get a hit on Peacock immediately and just kill her with off of one touch with resets and shit like that. If you're at full screen, you can use a medium kick egret after she uses an item drop, and then use the tier toss stuff. Beyond that, it's just dash, block, and just fish for like jumping through her bombs and like getting in on her. But Parasoul has bad mobility. Her all of her ranged options just get her punished against Peacock, and yeah.
The other thing,
if you block an Argus Agony, you can do a sniper shot right after the beam, and at the absolute worst, you will trade with Peacock, but you can get a full combo off of it if you're close enough.
Okay.
Say Peacock one more time.
But those are like the only things. Beyond that, Peacock just can. It's her choice if she wins the match or not. You have no control over it most of the time.
The other thing you have an option for is if they teleport a lot, then you can napalm pillar it. You will dodge whatever projectile is like a couple or not very far from you, and you will hit them with your napalm, and you can combo off of it.
You can't combo off a napalm pillar unless it's in the corner.
Right.
Anybody want to ready the fuck up?
If you're not in the corner, I'll be surprised.
Oh, what? Huh?
Oh, well, no, I mean, Peacock would have to be in the corner.
Sounds coming through your mic.
Hey, Keon, you okay?
Do I? Let's see if I can fix this.
Hey, Robocop, what's up? Your name Mount Love? I don't know.
Okay, so Peacock, Parasoul, don't play him. Rage
yeah, if you have a choice, just don't play Parasoul against Peacock. Like if you're playing a team that has Parasoul on it, but you have other characters, more than likely your other characters will be a better matchup. Though Squiggly might be as bad of a matchup, so if you're playing Parasoul Squiggly, you might be screwed.
Yo, Cry, are you in the same lobby? Like,
okay.
I just invited you.
What about
you would be screwed, honestly.
What about double then? I think that was the second one.
So, you know what? Keon might not even think that double's a bad matchup for Parasoul, but let me explain what my take is on the matchup, and then Keon can explain his, because I'm actually interested in hearing what Keon thinks, because we could think completely different things. So I think that the double matchup is really bad for Parasoul, due to the fact that Double has extremely long range on her normals that she can confirm off of, so she automatically beats you when you're up close and at footsies, but you can't go and zone her out because her Luger shot will always trade with your napalm shot, and at any point that you do a napalm shot, she can just car you and there's nothing you can do about it.
When you say trade, do you mean they neutralize each other, or like
they just neutralize each other.
Oh, okay.
The Luger shot just stops the napalm shot.
What's faster though? Like,
technically, the Luger shot projectile, it moves faster than napalm shot, but I'm pretty sure they have like the same
recovery.
Yeah, they have like similar recovery.
Well,
either way, you can literally spend an hour just doing Luger shot and napalm shot and just having them both hitting each other, and you will never ever, neither character will win that ever, unless someone puts the controller down or stick down.
Or someone cars.
As a double player, I kind of agree. I disagree with that.
You disagree with it?
As a double player,
I was just thinking, unless someone like canceled into a super.
unless a car comes at you from behind.
Yeah, see, that's like the only thing that I can pretty much do.
So other than that, though, anything other worthwhile things to note of for double? Matchup with double matchup
with Parasoul, if a Parasoul is spamming napalm shots, I can car with it. But ground game, I could see double beating Parasoul, but in the air, oh fuck me, I'm dead. I just don't if a Parasoul gives me the chance to jump, then I'm just like swag. Whatever, I can beat him. But if I'm in the air and a Parasoul is not hitting me in the face, then that's their fault, and Because air to air, like, I should not jump and I get scared.
Let me go and disagree with you with that, because if you are air to air, assuming you have not wasted your double jump and Parasoul jumps up at you, just use your double jump. Boom, now her normals that are worth a shit in the air cannot hit you anymore, and if she tries to go for them, then you can just, she'll be in recovery from just using a wasted normal, and you can use a hard punch or a throw or anything to get her out of there. And yeah.
Man,
unless she super jumps, in that case you just block or whatever. But in almost every situation, double is pretty much in control. It feels like.
But it's even more or less. It just depends on the situation.
Okay.
I guess.
So double matchup.
Well,
out of 10 matches.
I've played like a lot of doubles during my time, and I've even doubles that I feel like as players are worse than me, I still have more trouble with them than any other character but Peacock and Painwheel. So I think that the worst 3 characters for Parasoul to face in this order are Peacock, Painwheel, Double, and then after that Valentine. That's just me. Keon, do you have anything to add double matchup? Do you disagree with me? Do you think that double is easier or what?
Well, it depends on the person playing double, obviously, but usually in my case, I have the most trouble fighting against like double and squiggly.
Really?
Squiggly? Really?
Wow.
I'm amazed by Squiggly.
Please elaborate, because I mentioned in my video that I think that Parasoul is actually Squiggly's worst matchup.
I
for
feel
a lot
like
of reasons.
Squiggly is Parasoul's easiest matchup, so explain. I would like to hear. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I have to hear.
I just want to know. I'm interested.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong, but it's usually like Squiggly's double jump, and like I'm usually just trying to hit her with I'm trying to shoot her out of the air most of the time. I'm like trying to do medium napalm shot or just throwing tears into the air just so that it gives them something to think about. But I find in a lot of situations, like, sometimes that just doesn't work. It's like they don't care. It's like they just keep coming at me, and they either...
I have noticed that you tend not to zone your players out a lot. Like, you prefer to go in and go for that meaty damage instead of just throwing out those tears and holding the player back as much as possible.
Really?
And the most difficult Parasouls that I've ever played will absolutely let me come to them, because that's what Squiggly has the most difficulty with, getting in. And usually you can depend on the other player like coming to you and just completely wrecking them, but when it comes to the 2 characters in the game, Peacock and Parasoul, who have the option of not coming into you, they can just zone you out with tears, and if they have an assist, then they can use that assist to also keep you away. Like
That's exactly what I was thinking, Mount. Just the fact that if you play Parasoul and you just commit to zoning, eventually Squiggly will get desperate, and then you just jump air to air, and your air normals are much better than Squiggly, so just hit her out in the air, and boom, now you have a combo, and if you reset correctly, you can just kill Squiggly there, or you can just do a purposeful burst, make her burst on you, and then boom, you're now back at full screen or so, and you just zone her out more, because she has center stage, I guess, as an anti-zoning option, but I feel like more than half the time that she uses that, she just immediately gets hit by a tear shot of mine, and
raw center stage is very, very unsafe.
Yeah,
you never use that against anybody.
Use it. You have to use level 2 center stage.
You just need to be really patient against Squiggly. You just need to be confident with your zoning and just feel like you just need to stay there and know, yes, I'm in control, Squiggly needs to come to me, and I'm just going to keep throwing out these tear shots, and I mean, if it looks like she puts herself in an unsafe position near me, I'll just jump up and counter it. So
exactly. That's exactly what you have to do. Because
oh, Retro's got something to add, because Retro plays Squiggly.
Yeah, honestly, in all my time, I do have a lot of trouble with zoning tactics, especially with Peacock and Parasoul. And the only thing, honestly, that she has that can pretty much close the gap between a zoner is basically center stage, which isn't my go-to option because that leaves you open. But another thing you can do is double jump, and then when you're a bit above the ground, air medium punch, because remember, that cancels out your momentum. You can go into light dive kick, and basically try to make your approach as seamless as possible. Other than that, yeah, Squiggly's assed out in the zoning game, but the only thing that she has going for her for people who spam bang 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 with Peacock is Battle Opera, because Battle Opera neutralizes projectiles. So it's like, oh, they're constantly, spamming triple bang. Oh, freaking Battle Opera. And if anything, help close the gap, neutralize projectiles. But yeah, Squiggly is not good against zoners.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that she's not good against zoners, but she doesn't have zero options. The problem, and I mean, I don't ever.
One moment, I'll be right back.
I don't ever have problems against Peacock players. Like even playing Rikers, like it's not really that scary. The problem with Parasoul in particular is that she has options. She can zone you out, and even if you manage to get in, she can knock you right back out with her really fast, really long range normals. Like I remember who is it that's like ranked in the top 10 or top 20 ladder? Starts with an E, and he plays a very mean Parasoul. I can't remember what his name is, but basically what would happen is, like, even if I could work my way past the tiers and all of the zoning, he would just do a hyper pop, and then I don't remember which normal it was, either standing light punch or something that has really good range in the air and works amazingly air to air, and it completely beats Squiggly's jumping light kick 100% of the time. And so every single time I would get in, I would just get right back out or eat a combo.
Okay, so back to Parasoul Squiggly. We haven't heard much from Keon, other than he has trouble. But I guess so. What would? Oh well, Keon's a bit busy. But
it's like.
But when you do happen to get, what would you say? What would you say out of 10 matches? Where does the Parasoul Squiggly matchup fall in?
Personally?
Personally.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
It's slowing down even more.
I'm getting like 1 frame per minute in this spectator.
Just cadet, please. And hit him, and it worked. Oh, for a second. And then...
Maybe Keon knows how to dash pillar.
Here we go. Mike's putting an end to it.
Oh, I think Keon got disconnected. No.
He's still in here.
He's still here.
Well, Keon, if you're still here,
yeah,
where's that matchup at?
We tell our audience about dash pillar.
Dash pillar.
Dash pillar? What is dash pillar?
You can ground dash and pillar immediately after the dash. You hold down.
And that dash is lightning fast as it is.
Yeah, you hold down, you let go of down, you hit 2 punches, you hit up and hit a kick. Dash pillar. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's kind of hard.
I can imagine.
But it's dirty. It is dirty.
Alright, so who do we cover? We covered Peacock double Squig?
Yeah. Oh no, we covered Fortune Peacock.
Oh, Fortune Peacock double Squiggly.
Well, I suppose I'm kind of interested in hearing about Valentine.
Oh yeah. Alright, so let's go into Valentine. She's a popular character, you see her a lot, so...
Cry, that's your girl, right?
Yeah. I'm players for fun now.
Oh, I got it.
So what about the matchup with Valentine? Yeah.
I know Valentine's high mobility is something difficult for Parasoul players to deal with.
Yeah. God damn it! I should have called it again. Napalm pillar, please.
Let's rock.
Or Valentine?
That really.
Well,
sorry.
I'll say my piece since they're being quiet. When I played Parasoul against Valentine, like, if it's an air game, j.LP is your best friend. You will damn near never lose.
Wait, j.LP?
j.LP.
Oh, j.LP. Oh, okay. I thought you said j.OP. I was like, jumping overpowered.
Oh, he missed it!
I'm back. Apparently I was muted. Cry, do you mean Parasoul's jumping light punch or
yeah,
Parasoul's jumping light punch?
Parasoul's jumping light punch against Valentine.
Parasoul's jumping light punch is her best air against anyone in any situation, almost any situation. Because if you just hit with jumping hard punch, which is like the second option, they can tech it. But if you jump jumping light punch, jumping hard punch, it causes an untechable knockdown, so you can combo off of it.
3, action!
So Icky, what about, since Keon's playing, what do you think of in general the matchup with Valentine and Parasoul? What are her assets?
I think
what are her
it's in
drawbacks?
Valentine's favor. She doesn't really let Parasoul zone her out at all, and up close, I just never feel like I have an advantage against Valentine. And I'm still trying to figure it out myself, so I don't really have too much insight as to why I have trouble with it or anything of that sort. But I just feel like it's a bad matchup for Parasoul. Every single Valentine that I play, I have more trouble with than most characters.
Man, you seem to just not like any of Parasoul's matchups.
No,
but
I think she has a really good matchup against Squiggly, Cerebella, Philia, Fortune. Though Fortune head off isn't as good, but I'd say like Parasoul mirrors don't count. So I'd literally say that half the cast, she has a great matchup against the other half. It's not the best, but it's still winnable. Not Peacock though.
Well, alright. Well then, I mean, then that's kind of good, because if we're gonna move on into her good matchups then, well, we got one more bad matchup apparently, but I honestly think it's a good matchup for her is Painwheel.
Yeah.
You think that Painwheel is a good matchup for Parasoul?
In Parasoul's favor.
You think that it's in Parasoul's favor? Okay, I
I
want to hear your
completely
reasoning
agree.
first.
I think
Okay.
Parasoul.
You want to hear? Oh, okay. So yeah, it really depends on momentum of the match. So if Parasoul really decides to not let Painwheel get rolling with her mix-ups, then Parasoul's got it pretty much on lock at that point. And even better is if Parasoul start forcing Painwheel off of, like, out of the air and more on the ground game without having to, if you basically take away Painwheel's options to do fly cancel mix-ups, you've pretty much got the match, and it's pretty easy to do, I feel, with Parasoul's like full set, just because she has her air normals will always stuff Painwheel, unless you get unlucky and get caught in some armor off Painwheel's jumping hard punch.
That's something I like to do in the corner against Painwheel.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do against that.
Yeah, I know. But elaborate.
So want me to explain why I think Painwheel's a bad matchup for Parasoul?
Sure.
Also, you know what? I just remembered this, but McPeanuts, who I play with all the time, he is an extremely high-level player, and he extremely disagrees with me that it's a bad matchup, and he plays Painwheel. So, I might even be like the only person that thinks that Parasoul is like at a disadvantage against Painwheel. But so the reasons why I think that Painwheel is a bad matchup for Parasoul is that Parasoul's best options of getting in general start from like her jumping normals because they're just so strong. But Painwheel can just fly right over Parasoul whenever Parasoul jumps up, and her only option at that point is like jumping medium punch, but you cannot get anything off of it other than knocking Painwheel out of flight for a moment.
Talking about Painwheel disadvantage while Keon beats the heck out of Painwheel.
But then again, we did say earlier that jumping medium punch opens up a lot of options for Painwheel.
It doesn't
knock them, but not just raw like that.
No, raw jumping medium punch is not, especially at the height that it would be at. If you're using jumping medium punch, your Painwheel is at a height that like is impossible to even get her at during a combo.
Why wouldn't you napalm pillar when Painwheel's right above you?
Because if you mistime it, then you just get fucked by an overhead. And it's really easy to mistime it against Painwheel, or in general, it's easy to mistime against anyone. It's pretty hard to use Napalm Pillar is an anti-air in my opinion, just simply due to the fact that you have to hold down back or down or just down in general, where if you do Pillar a tiny bit too late or mess it up or something, then you get hit by a jumping normal, and it whiffs on some things, even with the hitbox. Like Philia can literally dash over a pillar, as strange as that sounds.
That's a good point. I never thought of that. You have to be leaving yourself open to jump in order to charge that pillar.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like the same concept of why DP motions start at forward, because you can no longer block when you commit to doing a Dragon Punch motion. It's the exact same thing as to why flash kicks require you to hold down back, because they're primarily the stuff jump-ins. Same thing with Dragon Punches, where if you're now holding down, you cannot block the overhead.
And this actually provides a lot of insight as to why using Napalm Pillar as an assist is so strong, because you don't have that disability.
Yeah, exactly.
So go there.
Painwheel has it's funny, Keon just used Pillar against Painwheel, but it's not impossible to do. Most definitely not, but it's something that is generally riskier and harder than against most characters. Painwheel has really good normals in general, and she is really good at keeping up pressure, really good mix-ups and stuff like that.
Alright, so Godare on the stream apparently disagrees with you. He says Parasoul has air normal options that murder Painwheel's armor, and all of her other options are basically inferior to Parasoul's air normals.
But why are you using Painwheel's armor against Parasoul if you are aware of that? I mean, she only has one armor move in the air, which is Jumping Hard Punch. So if you are aware that it is a bad thing to do against Parasoul, then just stop doing it, because she has a lot of other great options. Jumping Hard Kick is great, Jumping Medium Punch is great, Jumping Medium Kick is great, Jumping Light Punch and Jumping Light Kick are great.
I must interject you by saying that Godare also says, and all of her other options are basically inferior to Parasoul's air normals.
But I will argue exactly what I said earlier, where Jumping Medium Punch is the only air normal that hits above Parasoul. So if Painwheel just flies above Parasoul, she can just use any air normal that will stuff anything of Parasoul's, because I'm pretty sure that Painwheel's air normals would beat Jumping Medium Punch anyways.
So would you advise Painwheel players in the matchup against Parasoul to fly directly overhead of Parasoul and try to get in?
Try to do that, but if you actually get in on her like that, don't just hover above her head, get in and get in, because she can still Napalm Pillar.
As a Painwheel, once you're in with Painwheel, you cannot let them go, because after working so hard to get in, and just, that's like leaving money on the table.
Yeah, and also Fenster just I didn't even question the whole air normal options murdering Painwheel's armor, but yeah, I didn't even think about that for a moment. The only thing that does that is Jumping Light Punch and Jumping Hard Punch, which is two separate moves. If the moment that Parasoul uses Jumping Light Punch, Painwheel releases her Jumping Hard Punch button, then Parasoul will get stuffed by that. I've had it happen to me many times.
Yeah,
and the only way that Jumping Light Punch, Jumping Hard Punch beats it is if the Painwheel player literally decides to get hit by them instead of hitting Parasoul instead. Beyond that, Parasoul does not have a single multi-hitting jumping move except for Jumping Hard Punch, which hits directly below her, so that's worthless. Yeah, hard kick I meant. Which that's worthless against Painwheel.
Oh my god!
It's never gonna be below you.
Here's why I think that Parasoul would be advantageous in a way in that matchup. Painwheel has a lot of multi-hitting moves, and so I feel like push block guard cancel Napalm Pillar would be very effective. I feel like push block guard cancel Napalm Pillar would be very effective against a lot of Painwheel's block strings.
That can be true, but the general Painwheel block string on the ground at least is crouching light kick, crouching medium kick, hard punch, and then flame cancel. That doesn't have multi-hitting moves. Where push block guard cancel, I don't know. It's something that it's also sort of more difficult to do. So I don't know. Just saying it's like, oh well, the matchup is easy. You just push block guard cancel. It's like, yeah, maybe an expert level play that makes it easy.
Well, I mean, push block guard cancel is one of those things that sounds really difficult, but whenever I do it, it's usually like, when you push block, you obviously try to push block on the last hit of a multi-hitting move, otherwise, your opponent doesn't go anywhere. And then sometimes you end up getting it in the middle of one of those multi-hitting moves, and you know, usually you say, oh crap, I fucked up, but you can kind of salvage that by just doing either, you know, a napalm pillar, or in Squeezy's case, push block, guard cancel, daisy push, that works really well. And so, I think of it less as like an advanced tactic for, you know, countering opponents, and more as like a way to salvage a flubbed push block.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe if I wasn't bad and I could push block guard cancel at more than like a 20% success rate, I would think differently about it. But trust me, I've been practicing it a shit ton, and I'm just retarded or something, and I get it like never. So
I'm just really bad at timing push blocks properly. So whenever I do it,
I'm
it's
also bad at it.
happenstance.
Dude, I'm gonna be the best big band player in the world, like immediately, because I just need to take my push block knowledge and apply it to parries. So all of my signature push blocks, boom, I just win every match because I parry everything. That's not actually what's gonna happen, but I'm just saying, like, I push block like prematurely all the time, and I get a dash. It sucks.
Oh, Big Ben's probably gonna be a nightmare for me.
Okay, so we had a question in chat a while ago. We had somebody asking about the Cerebella Parasoul matchup. What are your thoughts on that?
I think. Okay, I'm gonna quote Zidian here. I don't know if you guys know Zidian. Zidian's pretty much the best Cerebella player that there is, and I'm gonna quote Zidian because. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna quote Zidian because he puts it exactly how I think it, which is something along the lines of it's up to Parasoul who wins the match. Where if Parasoul wants to win the match, she goes and wins it, but Cerebella has to bank on Parasoul making mistakes and Parasoul throwing the match to win it. Basically,
that's like a 9-1 right there.
I wouldn't say 9-1. It's more like 7-3 or 6-4. But it's still something that is heavily in Parasoul's favor, because most of her jumping moves beat out most of Cerebella's jumping moves if timed correctly. Cerebella doesn't have too many gimmicks outside of like grabs and stuff like that that actually work consistently against a good player. Parasoul, he has a little bit of difficulty zoning out Cerebella if they know how to deflect her properly, but you can bait the deflector by like doing some napalm shots and then doing a bike, or just doing your napalm shots timed in a way that if they deflect, you can block it. Parasoul has really strong air resets, and Cerebella, if she gets air reset, she's fucked. She can't do anything but guess accordingly. She can't mash out super, she can't mash out anything. So it's like, it's just it's basically up to Parasoul if she wants to win the match or not.
And so what kind of mistakes can you make that would swing the game into Cerebella's favor? Because you mentioned it, you know.
Oh, yeah. You can rapid fire napalm shots to make it so, like, just asking to get deflected, so she gets in on you easily. You can go and try and reset her on the ground. She mashes out ultimate showstopper, now you're fucked.
That's fucking cup.
Like, it's stuff like that. You can just get hit by Bella in general. You can get grabbed by her instead of like holding up back and stuff like that. Like you can still zone her out even though she has deflector. You just need to be a little bit smarter about it and play mind games. But
you can also use the medium pick soldier.
Yeah, you can use the medium pick soldier to get the deflector.
Uh-oh, you don't have any meters now.
Is that possible? Coming out with a napalm shot and then coming out.
No, you would need to do it prematurely, like the soldier and then the shot.
Damn it, that's always gonna get me.
If you're trying to guess when, and then you guess wrong and you have a soldier, that pretty much
no.
your offense right there.
That soldier is still out there. He stays out there. You could get another 2 shots at
him. A good amount of time. Generally, I wouldn't really recommend using the soldier in almost any situations except against cat heads, but I mean that is an option that you can do. Parasoul just in general has more options than Cerebella in the matchup, and her options tend to be less risky.
Cool. So
this is also coming from someone who plays Cerebella and Parasoul as my two main characters, and I can speak as the Parasoul player that it's easy to play against Cerebella's. I can speak as a Cerebella player that's hard to play against Parasoul's.
Oh, gotcha. That soldier. Why wouldn't we use that soldier against a Peacock player?
Because Peacock has a bunch of projectiles come at you at once. The soldier goes away really fast.
Easter Island has.
Well, actually, the soldier doesn't go away until it fully hits the ground. It can block an infinite amount of projectiles during that time. If it gets hit by a normal, it automatically goes to the ground, stops blocking them. But the soldier in general, it has a slow startup. it doesn't go out far in the slightest, so it gets you like maybe like a character length of the of advancement, which is not really all that great. In general, there's usually just a better option than the soldier. It's not good. Like people say like throw out the soldier during the Peacock matchup, but no matter how many times you do it, you'll never find results that make you go, oh, I'm glad I did that. That got me so far of moving an inch forward. I mean, I guess it technically gets rid of chip damage for a tiny short period, but it's not really anything that gives you much.
I gotcha.
So, alright, let's move into Parasoul Philia.
Why?
Well, Parasoul Philia, I personally believe that the matchup is slightly in Parasoul's favor, which is mostly because Philia is a little bit susceptible to Parasoul's zoning, the fact that she doesn't have to commit so hard to it like with Peacock, where she can throw out a napalm shot or two, and then the moment that Philia jumps in at her, she can just jump up and punch or something. And in general, it seems to be whoever hits the button first in the air wins the air trade. And to my knowledge, I think it's harder to combo off of just a raw heavy punch in the air with Philia than it is to combo off of any air normals for Parasoul.
I think the only way to do it is if you cancel into hairball. Maybe. I don't play Philia, but
yeah,
cancel because the knockback on that hard heavy punch.
Oh, double crossup.
Is a bit too. Yeah. But yeah, Parasoul's air normal seems to be like a common thread in her winning her matchup is when her air normals and her air options.
Don't do that, ever.
Overshadow the other character.
That was a bad idea.
So, then,
he's learning from me.
Well, we'll go into this later, I guess, but let's just keep going through characters.
Something that I forgot to mention is that, like what I meant to mention with the Fortune matchup, is that I believe that Fortune, when the head is on, it's in Parasoul's favor. When the head is off, it's like 50-50. But when the head is on, you can zone her out really easily, and if she starts advancing towards you, your air normals are better than hers, which is a common theme with Parasoul, because she has really good air normals for the most part. So you can generally hit Fortune on the air and get a combo off of her. But be warned, Fortune is a bitch to reset. She is someone that you need to think twice every time that you go to reset her, because she can easily mash out supers that stuff anything of yours. So it's generally better to be tricky with your resets, or just sometimes block out of a reset, because a lot of Fortunes like to mash super out of reset, and you can't reset her on the air, or in the air or on the ground. So if you do like stuff like cross-up resets or burst baits, those are good against Fortune. When her head is off, you can't zone her anymore for the most part, unless you have Seracopter or an assist like that gets the head away. Her head, anytime that you use a napalm shot and her head is within zoom distance of you, she can just use Nom and like zoom to Nom, and she gets a full combo on you essentially. Her Fortune's normals are pretty much close to the worst in the game. So when you're just like up close to her and stuff like that, it's not like that that bad for Parasoul. But the head makes it difficult for Parasoul, but not in Fortune's favor.
Let's roll.
Jeez, who's left?
Who's up? Big Band.
God,
so how's Big
Band? Big Band. How's Big Band? Big Band Parasoul. How do you deal with Big Band?
How do you deal with the
matchup?
How do you deal with the fact that you can't even knock down Big Band?
Yeah.
So big.
Want me to explain what the Parasoul mirror is?
Absolutely.
So there's two ways that the Parasoul mirror can go. It never goes any.
Parasoul and there's the worst Parasoul.
No. Wait. No, it doesn't even have anything to do with better or worse Parasoul, which is the terrible part about the Parasoul mirror matchup. Here's how the matchup goes. It goes one of two ways. One, someone raw tags, so it's no longer Parasoul mirrors. Or two, one of the Parasouls gets a napalm shot off, and now the match is over. That Parasoul wins.
Okay, moving on. I think we've covered them all, right?
Hold on. You can't just mention the Parasoul mirror matchup and not offer to play SpaceCadetKeon.
I don't want to play SpaceCadetKeon. I really don't want to play
I'll
Parasoul
do it.
mirrors.
Okay. It's like
Dude,
Iggy's pride and joy going up.
I want to see this coin flip in action.
Seriously, Keon would destroy me in Parasoul mirrors.
You want your bottle, you big dirt bottle?
Have we ever played a Parasoul mirror before?
Wait.
Other than, I think the only ones that I've spectated are like Birdcake and Cry going at it, or Cry and Icky.
I used to play solo Parasoul for a long while. I played her for like 3 months of solo Parasoul, and I'm pretty sure that I faced Keon during that time, and I could never beat him. I could never beat Parasoul mirrors when I played solo Parasoul, and still the same way. I rely like 110% on Seracopter in the Parasoul versus Parasoul matchup.
Yeah, I just can't even beat Parasoul. I can't beat Parasoul.
Look at that, Fenster agrees with me on my analysis of the Parasoul mirrors, so there we go.
That's
great.
Let's see
how this works.
Actually, Severin himself, Severin from second place at Evo, in response to someone asking him how,
of Evo,
you know what I mean, but in response to someone asking him how to play the Parasoul mirror matchup, his only response was 2 words, raw tag. So even Severin agrees that it's retarded.
Why would he use 2 words when he could just use 1 and just say don't?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, right.
So inefficient. That's why he got second place. He used 2 words because he got second. If he had used 1 word, he would have got first.
Yeah, no, if he asked Duck that same question, Duck would probably just be like, nope.
Why use 1 word when you can use half a word and just be like...
He's like, well, he might use 2 words. He might just say something like, drop Parasoul.
Oh, some words of advice if you're playing against Parasoul. Here's a few things that I've noticed that are really obnoxious, like when I'm playing against any character. Reset her in the air, because she has no options other than guessing accordingly and reacting to it with either teching or blocking, because she has nothing that she can mash out at all. Nothing. I mean, she can technically mash normals, but they'll get beat out by anything. So, she'll just, if you reset her in the air, then either A, you're going to reset her correctly, or B, you're going to be safe with resetting her, and you're not going to get punished for it.
Fucking pressure.
Sounds like Cross Under City.
Yeah, another thing that I want to say, which is something I was showing Kyobi earlier on his stream, that most people don't really realize this, even though a lot of people do it, but Parasoul's general block string is just magic series into 2 hard punches into light punch tier shot. If you push block her like right around when she does medium punch, you can literally just jump towards her and then do an air normal, and she can't do a thing. You just get a full combo on her. So if she ever starts using that block string against you, just push block, guard cancel a jump out, and like 95% of the time you just beat her and get a combo. And also remember, when you're playing against Parasoul, yes, her mix-ups are absolutely retarded, yes, her resets are absolutely retarded and they're unfair, so you are allowed to complain about it, because anyone who disagrees has never played against her.
a good her, I guess.
No, even bad Parasoul players. Just her just entire character, just when it comes to her mix-ups, they are so dumb.
Dude, I feel you on that, because, like, Parasoul is probably... Like, as much as I hate playing Peacock and stuff, Parasoul's probably the biggest bane of my existence in this whole game.
I don't know. I don't play any character that plays well against her, because I play Cerebella and Parasoul, but I don't like playing against Parasoul. When I see Parasouls or Peacocks on the other team, I'm just like, my life is over.
Yeah.
I mean, Cerebella is a better matchup against Peacock than Parasoul, but I still don't know how to play it.
I love fighting Peacock. It's so, like, she's so easy to combo, like, in the corner.
I mean, that covers all the matchup stuff. If you have anything to add,
You said that Parasoul's easy to combo. I thought that she was supposed to be one of the harder characters to combo because of the fact that she has a weirdly sized hitbox, and B, she's one of the heavier characters. I think she's in the same weight class as Double.
She's lighter than Cerebella.
No, Mike Z actually confirmed this on a stream. So this is Mike Z's words, not like identical. There are 3 weight classes in the game. There's Double, and then there's a slightly lighter, which is Cerebella and Parasoul. And then there's everyone else. Those are the 3 weight classes. There's no one else that weighs heavier or lighter than that. The only difference is the center of the character, meaning that Like, if you're hitting Fortune in the air compared to hitting Peacock in the air, both of them will fall at exactly the same speed, but Fortune Center... Yeah, Fortune Center is different than Peacock, so it will look like Fortune is lighter than Peacock, but it's not true. Parasoul, I would honestly say, is the easiest character to combo in the game because of her hitboxes and then just that weight class.
Her weight
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, because Parasoul's weight makes restanding her super easy. Like, her and Cerebella are the easiest to restand without dropping a combo.
Yeah.
Because doubles heavy to the point where you get the restand, but you're still too high up to link your ground chain after the restand. And some of the lighter characters, you won't even get the restand. You land before they do. Parasoul is just right.
Also, I just want to add this in case no one knows, which I'd be surprised if people didn't know. Big Band is going to be the same weight as double.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but at the time, I feel like Big Band, you can't even launch Big Band because you just go off screen.
I know. It looks like you can't launch it.
He's a third of the screen in and of himself.
Yeah, I'd rather not launch him. I just keep him on the ground.
He's gonna feel really weird to combo because of the size.
Something that I want to explain with blocking Parasoul's mix-ups correctly is that generally if she is on the ground, down back is the general go-to. Like, what you need to properly do what I'm about to explain, you should probably go into training mode and just like set a dummy and just like set it to multiple recordings and have it play random recording and just sort of grind out learning this. But generally down back is what you stay at because her crouching light kick is a low and it goes out fast that you can't react to it, but you can technically react to her forward light punch if you're looking for it, which is an overhead. So if she decides to start you with an overhead, you can just quickly change to stand block instead of down back. And then after she does that overhead right there, if she does a medium anything, then it is automatically low or mid, so you just down back right there. And then back hard kick, again, is reactable fast enough that you can stand block that. But after that, she only has the option of mids or Napalm Quake, which most people don't use Napalm Quake, but it's generally safe to just hold up back for that third hit, though, because people don't use Napalm Quake. That's the only low she can use is that third hit. So generally the rule of thumb is hold down back. If you see an overhead coming out with forward light punch, hold up back, well not up back, neutral back, and then for the last two hits, go out back and then
drop that
up back.
combo, that was so dumb.
What can Parasoul do in terms of throw resets?
Throw resets, she has really strong air throw resets because you can combo off of her air throw anywhere with, just at the cost of using her OTG. And you can do a lot of damaging Parasoul combos without the OTG. But her throw resets, like ground throw, I don't really use them except for in the corner, and I don't see most Parasouls doing throws, mostly because unless she's in the corner, she can only combo off of her back throw. And sometimes when you do her throw, even if you're holding back, for some reason it throws them in front of you, which I was testing it out for a while, and Peanuts didn't believe me, and then I showed Peanuts it in person, and I had him try exactly what I was showing him, and he got a random forward throw when he was doing a back throw. So it's not just me that has got back like forward throws while doing a back throw. So
it's more than likely that's actually a bug.
It probably is. I don't know. But either way, most people don't do a ground throw for stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I only use it in the corner because it's easy to combo off of it in the corner from a forward throw. But yeah.
The reason why I think that she's capable of good ground throw resets is because of the fact that the only reason Squealy can do ground throw resets is because of the fact that she can stance cancel into them very effectively. And Parasoul has the Roman cancel, which is similar-ish.
I think the Roman cancel is a bit slower.
Yeah, the Roman cancel gives her recovery, and it's pretty telegraphed, I'd say. I don't know. I guess it's something. I mean, I honestly would probably get caught by that if someone did that to me once. If they Roman canceled into a throw, I would get caught by it. So I guess that tells you how good or bad it is. If I don't know if I would get caught by it.
Yeah, because I think all throws in the game are, 7 frames, and then I don't know how long the Roman cancel is, but I know that Squealy's stance cancel is 10 or 16 frames. And a lot of people get caught by that.
FPS.
Let me check the frame data.
Well, I'm actually gonna take off.
21 frames of recovery for the Roman cancel.
Oh, okay.
So after she uses it, she has 21 frames of not being able to do anything.
What the
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah,
well,
it's way worse than Squealy's can cancel.
thanks, Icky and Keon. I'm taking off.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.
Alright. See you.
Fun, man.
Yeah, fun.
What?
Work is never fun.
What?
Work is
Alright,
fun when you're getting paid for it.
Work is fun when you're Mike Z.
I have a
guess,
controversial
And even
topic
then,
about
it's fun
Parasoul.
is making our fun not fun.
By the way, has anyone been keeping up with the endless beta updates?
Yeah.
No, I've given up on that.
The IPS experiment.
Yeah, I really wanted to get in on that, the reverse IPS, but I missed it. It was
Reverse IPS, man. That nerfs Squiggly so hard.
I really wanted to see what I could do with it, because I feel like there are ways that you can alter her combos to take advantage of it. Because it nerfs everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
See ya.
Ready, number 13.
My take on it is I think that the current iteration of the game, minus the fact that Big Band isn't in it, is completely perfect, and that it's retarded to change anything about combos. That's just me.
What, 350,
I thought you were doing something.
regular
Actually,
IPS
you know what? When I say that I think it's perfect, I'm slightly lying, because if I had the choice, I would keep everything exactly the same, but just raise it to 400 on Dizzy. But that's just me.
I think Undizzy's cool, but I also think that it's not a very good mechanic in terms of like, in terms of just making the game more interesting to watch, because of the fact that it's easy to predict when you're gonna get the IPS flash, but it's very hard to predict when you're gonna hit that Undizzy. And I mean, I guess you could maybe make the point that like once you get to a really high level, you'll be able to know instinctively. But I think that's bullshit.
IPS combos are great.
Well, they could take a lesson from Killer Instinct and have a bar.
Yeah, I would like IPS if they had a little bar right there.
Mike Z, I can't even count the amount of people that I have seen ask Mike Z if he would put a bar, and he was just like, nope.
A bar for what? Oh, his son?
Undizzy.
I know what his
why
reasoning is for that. He
honestly
wants
don't
it to
know
be
the
like
reasoning.
Street Fighter, where like the top Street Fighter characters will know when they're about to hit a stun. Like they'll just feel it. And I guess Mike Z wants a similar thing to go with Undizzy, but I think that that's not gonna happen.
Well, most people know when their combos are gonna get close to Undizzy. Like, Birdcake has a setup for Undizzy.
And he hits me with that all the time, and I hate it.
Because
I mean, yeah, I have a setup for an Undizzy burst as well, but I mean, usually the when it gets fuzzy is when you start like hitting incidental resets, and you just
yeah,
like,
man.
oh god, how long do I make this
Well,
combo?
that's your
What
own
do I have
fault.
to do? Should I end it early?
I tend to
What?
just play it out, and if I hit on Dizzy, unless it's against Peacock, it's like, I guess I get to zone again.
Dude, I don't know why I'm FPSing so bad. Like, it's weird.
You're first-person shootering a lot? Okay.
Yeah. I'm frame skipping. My my frame per second is going really down. Like, it's down like shit. Like, I'm getting like 20-something frames.
So just in case anyone's wondering, I believe that Parasoul is like 3rd or 4th best in the game. That's
Really? Who do
my
you consider
personal
Parasoul?
opinion. Okay, you know what?
Valentine and Philly.
I probably shouldn't even say this, just because whenever I say it, every single person agrees with me. No one else has ever agreed with me, and I don't expect to ever meet anyone who agrees with me, but I strongly, personally believe that Painwheel is the best character in the game.
I can understand that.
Then right after Painwheel, I think that it's Philia, and then Valentine, then Parasoul, and then Double, and then below there, it's just a mesh of other people.
I can understand why you would think that Painwheel is one of the best characters in the game.
If you know how to use her.
It's because defense is the hardest part of
I should
Skullgirls.
probably rephrase that. I'm not talking about the realistic levels that anyone's at. I'm talking about like the potential of a character, which I expect people to eventually reach just due to the natural progression of people's skill. Like,
Gotcha.
since that people are obviously going to keep getting better and better, like the skill ceiling for this game is so high, and that people will just get better. I believe that Painwheel will eventually be like the best character, because I think that her tools and everything that makes her and her options on a team, I think are the
my game
best,
crashed
like
again.
potentially.
Hey guys. Alright, so, I'm gonna have to go now, but anyway, I'd like to thank y'all for having me. thanks, Icky, for pretty much doing my job for me.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You explain things a lot better than I could.
We've got Guidalex in chat. Does somebody want to invite him?
Hey, Alex.
Oh no, he kicked my ass this week.
Alex.
Hey,
Anyway.
Keon, it was nice having you here tonight, by the way.
Thank you.
Try and invite me.
I would also like to make a shout out to Finster if he's still in the chat.
That works.
Oh, Fenster is that solo Parasoul player that you've been playing with, isn't it, Keon? Isn't he, Keon?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I thought I recognized that name.
Yeah, he actually helped me learn a lot of this stuff.
I think, in my opinion, the best characters in this order follows.
So anyway,
Philia.
catch you later, guys.
Alright,
See you later.
See you later.
Alright, these are the best characters from top to bottom. I'm looking at the character screen right now, so I'm not gonna fuck this up.